Hi everyone, I've been decluttering my magazine collection and I thought I'd take a closer look at some of them here. And today I'm checking out this NME issue from September 1998. Courtney Love and her band Hole are the cover stars. And this issue actually came with a free CD, but sadly I can't actually find that anymore. But let's have a look at some of the content inside this issue. There's a few news stories which caught my eye. Firstly, this one about the Jesus and Mary Chain gig in LA where a band member walked out. And this issue also breaks the news on Björk accepting her first acting role in the film that would become Dancer in the Dark. Now, who remembers Fastball? Well, they get featured here too. And Huey from the Fun-Loving Criminals answers a few random questions on the NME couch. And next, I move on to our cover stars feature, Hole. Steve Sutherland interviews both Courtney and Melissa, and the conversation is a raw exploration of authenticity in the music industry, in which they tackle outrageous rumours. Courtney discusses her late husband Kurt Cobain's ambitions and struggles, as well as her fearless take on fashion. This is a great interview, and I really enjoyed reading it again. A few pages later, there's an interview with Republica in which the band position themselves as both relatable and innovative and share their desire to connect with listeners more. And this is followed by an interview with Tribe Called Quest who address their struggles. Moving on to the review section, and Johnny Cigarette shares his thoughts on the Manic Street Preachers gig at Catherine Arena. We also see Republica appear here with a review from their gig in Camden Town. And Victoria Segal reviews the Creatures gig at the Ulu, which was one of my first concerts and the first of many times I saw Susie Sue live. Now, at the time, I didn't care too much for this review, but reading it back now, I do find it pretty funny. And there's a ruthless write-up of an early Badly Drawn Boy gig here. On to the albums, and there's some harsh criticism of PJ Harvey's Is This Desire, which doesn't fare well here. Plus, there's offerings from the Throwing Muses, Buffalo Tom, the Eels, and a lukewarm reaction to the Depeche Mode singles collection. There's something about Mary gets called seminal in the film section. And we round up this issue with letters, gig listings, and all the other NME regulars. If you're interested in buying this magazine or any others in my collection, I'll be putting all my magazines on Vinted, so hit me up if you want one.